teacher are just a few of the traits that made Izzy a role model, not only to her peers, but to everybody around her. Izzy is one of those kids who gives her all on a daily basis. She actively engages during class. She gives thoughtful responses. Her work is consistently of excellent quality. She does nothing by half measure. I often give extra credit points to those who hand in writing assignments early. And Izzy has never failed to take advantage of those opportunities. She wants to hand them in before I'm even ready to take them, which is quite an achievement in and of itself, if you know me. Okay, so anyway, congratulations.
To Lauren and Hannah, who spoke so quickly. Number one, we have a couple fast talkers at the school. And from the teaching perspective, Mrs. Jimenez gets that award. Yes, she said on stage. And secondly, we know what your careers are going to be now. You know the person at the end of the radio? Commercial that gives the disclaimer at the end. I'll call Tate Bowman, 7th grade up here. Good job, Tate. And so just a few things about Tate. I'm kind of a list person, right? Bullet points, that sort of thing. So first thing I thought about with Tate was that he has very high standards, holds himself to a very high standard. In my classroom, we had kind of a little bit of a battle where it's not my intention to take points from students, but it took me a long time to even get a single point from Tate. In terms of his quizzes, he was constantly over 100%, over 100%. I think it took us well into maybe the 3rd chapter before I finally got one from him. So very high standard for himself and very, very proficient and excellent in his academics. I think of the verse that says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. And Tate does that. I watched him last year in weight training class. On Friday, we would go down for Friday football, and Tate would be the quarterback, and he participated with that same sort of vigor on the field, athletically, as he does in the classroom with his math. Secondly, he's respectfully attentive in the classroom. I think of the word honor, which is greater than the word respect. Respect takes it to a certain level. Honor takes it to a level above that. Honor presents to the person as better than yourself, and I see that in Tate as he's in class and he's receptive to instruction. He honors his teacher with his attention. And then thirdly, leading by example. I don't see Tate as being out there as a rah-rah type of person, but his conduct, his example, there's a verse in Timothy, I think we had it up on the office last year. Let no one despise your youth, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, and faith, and in purity. And I think Tate is an example of that through the way that he lives his life, leading by example. And then finally, the last part of that was purity. Blessed are the pure in heart, it says in Matthew. And I see a pure heart in Tate. And so that's a blessing to all of us. And when we mentioned Tate at the faculty meeting, I think somebody made the comment that Tate is beaming. And so keep shining, Tate.